Hey guys, I'm Gene Delasala, president of Audioholics. Today we have a special treat for you. We got two products in from our friends at OPPO, the UDP-203 HD Blu-ray player and the UDP-205. Now you're probably wondering, why is the 205 substantially larger and double the price? Well, we're going to go over some of those differences. We're going to be doing a full detailed review of both of these players. We're going to have lab measurements. And I'm also going to be doing a blind listening test for two-channel audio to see what the upgrades are in the 205, to see not only if they're measurable, but if they're also perceptual. And as you guys know, we have a very high-end system up here. We've got the $50,000 RBH status AT speakers. We've got Marantz preamplification. We've got the Emotiva XPR1 monoblocks. So we got some pretty hard-hitting equipment up here. And we've got an acoustically controlled environment, so it should sound really good. So let me go over what you get with these players. The UDP-203 comes with a very well-written manual. And the reason why I tell you that is I've been looking at the manuals for the last 3 or 4 generations of products from OPPO, and they are some of the best in the industry. So if you really want to learn everything from soup to nuts on these players, please take a look at the manual. They put a lot of effort into these. Now they come with a little connection box. You've got a HDMI cable in here. You got the same remote control they've been using for a number of years, excellent remote control, and the power cable as well. So, looking just at the UDP-203, this retails, I think, for $549. It's a little bit more pricier than the 103, but you're getting more technology here. You're getting HD Blu-ray capability, which is 4K video resolution. It's compatible eventually with Dolby Vision, and it's built very well. I think it's built better than its predecessors. A very thick aluminum faceplate here. The chassis construction is really nice and solid. It's not like a cheap aluminum chassis you get on some of these mid-price receivers these days. It's got all the connections you could imagine on the back of it. You've got 2 HDMI outputs. You've got USB 3.0, and you've got a balanced DAC input for it as well. And you've got the analog output, so in case you have an older receiver that doesn't do Dolby True HD or Atmos, you can use the analog outputs into your external inputs of your receiver, and now you bring new life into your receiver again, because this will do the decoding, and it also has good bass management in it as well. So this one, guys, is a very good, probably 95% of the customers would go with this route, because most people are just using HDMI. They're not using the analog outputs of Blu-ray players. But for those that are, we have, this is heavy, the UDP-205. Now this guy is about $1,200 retail, so it is substantially more money than the 203. But you're getting a really souped up model. I would say it's the Cadillac of players, but I'm not a big Cadillac fan, so let's just call it the Lexus of players. Okay, got a very thick front faceplate. It's almost like a high-end piece of equipment, like a Rotel or some of the higher end stuff, Class A. It has that feel to it. Does not have that feel to what OPPO used to have in the past. They've really come a long way, guys. So really nice front panel on it. Very tough chassis, very stiff. It's got a toroid power supply in it. It's got a very substantial transport in it. And it's got the top of the line ESS DACs, fully differential from input to output. And as you can see on the back panel, it has everything the 203 model had and more. It's got a horizontal layout of the analog output, so they probably have better crosstalk, better channel separation. It's got balanced outputs. This is where the 2-channel audio comes in, guys. They've done some upgrades according to their website about the clocking for HDMI, so theoretically you should get less jitter coming out of HDMI. Whether or not that comes out to be a perceivable thing in multi-channel through HDMI is debatable, but we do know for sure that these analog outputs are probably going to measure better, as we've seen in predecessor models. So we're going to take a listen. We're going to get some CDs, get some high resolution audio, get 2 copies of it, put it on both players, and just do a blind listening test and see if we can hear what we're measuring. So guys, if you're into this and you want HD Blu-ray, then take a look at OPPO, because these guys are doing it right. You don't get all the smart apps that you used to get in their predecessor models. They're focusing more on speed and reliability of their interface, because HD Blu-ray requires a lot of processing, and we've seen some of the first generation players come out that have been extremely sluggish And OPPO is not about that, man. OPPO, if you've ever used OPPO players, you know that they're fast, their interfaces are quick, and they're reliable. So we're happy to be checking out these two new players. We will tell you the differences, we'll show it to you, and let us know if you have this player now. Comment on this video below, tell us what you think about them, and stay tuned to the editorial side for our report. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for our formal review, as well as Facebook for more pictures, measurements, in use. You name it, we're going to be covering these players, guys. Well, until next time, keep listening.